Okay guys, today I picked a few lady peas. These are a little bitty pea, if you can see my middle finger. They're about the size of it, about the length. Most of them are pretty much the same size. The way to tell these are ready, the end points start turning white or a lighter color, and eventually the whole pea starts turning. You can see some of the difference in how they turn. And to shell these peas, I take the little end that's white and I break it off and pull the little zipper, I guess you would say. And then I just run down. There's two sides to the peas. One is the back side, one is the front. The front looks almost like a little zipper that you can just open up and take the peas out. These are not hard to shell when they're ready. And you just run your finger through. These peas are kind of like a green cream pea, I guess you would say. They're tiny, but they make some of the best eating. And it takes a while to shell them because they are small. And most people don't plant very many because they don't like having to pick them or shell them. But for an occasional meal, these are well worth it. And you're not going to be filling up on these peas. This is like for a side dish, a spoonful each. People have gotten this habit of all you can eat. That's not what this is about. This is about having a touch of a variety and something new occasionally and a little bit to eat. If people would proportion like they should, their food would go further. When I get through, I'm probably not even going to have half a cup. But believe me, a little small pan and little water, salt. If you have it, bacon grease. It's even good to throw okra in. Cook them with okra. You're talking about good. See? And I try not to waste any, like this one. Only has one pea here and two down here. I break it at the spot it needs to be. Take that one pea out, then break it again at the next one. And take the rest of them out. That way you don't lose peas. It just comes from shelling peas from the time I was a little kid. Most people now do not give kids this job, but when we were little, my granny shelled for the public, and she would sit, people would bring in early morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, bushels and bushels of peas. And when we would get there at 6:30 or 7, because we stayed with her during the summer, she would have us all a pan. And my little sister was probably 3 or 4, and she sat down and shelled. She gave her a pan about this big and about that deep, and she told her when she got it full, she could go play. And my middle sister got like a pie pan, an 8-inch pie pan, and she was probably 5 or 6, and I was probably 7 or 8, and I got a pan like this. I couldn't leave till this pan was full. And usually, we'd sit there all morning and she would tell us stories and laugh and carry on, and the day just went so much faster. But back then, we thought it was awful to have to shell peas or beans, whichever one they brought. But we spent our summers helping Granny make money by shelling peas. Plus, she taught us to be still and to learn work ethics at a young age, that you didn't get to play until the work was done. It didn't matter how hard it was, how tired you got, how aggravated you got, or whatever, you sat and shelled. And sometimes now that's a lost art. Nobody does that anymore, especially with their kids. They're telling the kids to go play and get out of it. They don't know what they're doing. Well, they don't know till you make them do it. And they can sit and shell these. And you see, it's kind of relaxing too. If you don't look at it as a chore, if you look at it like this is the most awesome little pea ever to eat, it's actually very relaxing to sit here and shell these peas. So guys, it's not going to hurt your 2- and 3-year-old, even your 1-year-old if they want to do it, to shell peas. Give them 3 to 4 peas. Do not overload them. Just give them like 3. If they mess them up, they mess them up. But you would be surprised how many peas those little kids will shell in a day. And don't overwhelm them. The next size, about 4 to 5-year-olds, give them 10 peas. When they've got them shelled, they get a feeling of accomplishment. I did it. And then give them 2 or 3 more, or 4 or 5 more. The older kids, they can handle a pan like this, fill it half full. When they get through, a reward of some sort, a snack, something they don't get all the time. So guys, you see my lady peas? They're looking pretty awesome. Like I said, it's not a lot of peas, but it's well worth it in the end to plant a few and have some along. I'll probably get some for the next 2 to 3 weeks off of these peas. According to weather and water, we have them in containers. So this is a container grown pea. And they're blooming well. Even with the lack of water, we keep them watered, so they're doing pretty good. This is just a little tutorial on lady cream peas. So thank you guys from Crazy Days.